Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been the core of Draft League for a while now, but this might be the most fun in a league I've been a part of. This Gen 9 league has been a non-stop challenge from the very start. Every match feels like playoffs, and there's no room to take a week off. What's going on, my fellas? It's your boy DyeItTight, and today we're diving into my run through one of the most intense and competitive Gen 9 draft leagues I've played in yet. A standard draft league called OMG Season 1, league hosted by my good friend Keegan. Before we start, make sure to like, subscribe, and join to support me and the channel. Also, hop into the Discord in the link below to talk about all things draft. These are the following people in the league that also happens to be the draft order: Fat Helpert, Keegan, Dustbin Lexi, Bickmouth, Thriller, Kaz, Orn Latios, Kurpie, me, Rose, Willow Rush, Aurora Draco, Sin of Wrath, Hearth, Bope, and Owen. So, to start, we are the 9th pick, so for my draft, I wanted to get some things I haven't used or haven't really used a lot. So to start it off, we got Meowscarada, Pokemon I have yet to use, and I like it for a top speed because I think it's important to get a fast Pokemon that is actually good. Spikes gives me nice hazards early on, and U-Turn is helpful momentum into a strong attacker. Next up, we have Terra Annihilape, and that's something I really wanted to try. It's very strong with Rage Fist boosts, and being able to Terra into any type really helps out its bulk up sets. But even a Choice Banded set can smoke, with Ghost and Fighting really good stab attacks to throw into the opponent's teams, and it also gets Stealth Rocks, which is really nice. After that, we've got Screamtail, which is another new Pokemon for me, which is a Stealth Rocker, a defensive Pokemon with Wish Pass for Annihilape, and Encore and Thunder Wave for support. Next up, we have Empoleon, which is someone I used previously, but I needed a Steel type, and I was building up a Fairy weakness. So this is also another Stealth Rocker, some Roar, a Water type to hit really hard with Competitive if someone wants to defog away the hazards. After that, we've got Grimmsnarl with Screen Support and Parting Shot to really help out Annihilape, and the Dark typing for Ghosts, since Meowscarada really isn't a Dark type. Prankster bulk up sets are going to be also pretty cool, so keep an eye out for that. Next up, we have Clodsire, which is another hazard setter, but also another new Pokemon. I have so many hazard setters now, which is amazing, but I really needed a grounded poison to absorb T-Spikes, a ground type was nice, and then I have Unaware to prevent any setup. Next up, we have Terra Superior. I've used Superior a lot, but I have yet to use it Terra, and this thing is really strong. I think a lot of people shit on it, but man, with Terra, this thing goes crazy with Terra Grass Leaf Storm. Also, it's got good speed tier and Leech Seed Protect for just being annoying. It's also ground resist since I only have Meowscarada. And finally, we have Volcarona, which is a really cool pick. I haven't used this Pokemon since like Gen 7, so I'm really excited to use it. But overall, I really like this draft. It was a fun concept. I used a lot of new Pokemon for me. Between Meowscarada, Annihilape, Screamtail, and Terra Superior, I also used a lot of Pokemon I haven't used in forever, being Empoleon, Grimmsnarl, and Superior. The only Pokemon I am truly comfortable with, even though I haven't used it many times, is Empoleon. I do love this challenge, and I love that I have two Terra Captains that are very threatening. You have to respect both Terra Superior and Terra Annihilape. I do wish I did have some removal. It sucks that Empoleon and Superior both lost it, and I don't have a Fire Resist, which is okay because there's not that many Fire types, but Terra Captains can kind of screw me over with Terra Fire. But I also like my momentum, so I am super excited for this. So our schedule is Aurora Draco, Sage, Thriller, Hearth, Dustbin Lexi, Bope, Orn Latios, and Owen. So as you're going to see, Sage is there, but I didn't mention them earlier. They did drop after we played, so I did play them, and then Rose took over. So for week 1, we're going up against Aurora Draco, who is a member of the front office, someone who preps with me pretty consistently, so they know my prep pretty well. Their team is Palafin, Terra Archaladon, Pelipper, Terra Esperatha, Glimora, Ursaluna, and Mimikyu. So going into the matchup, I think Espathra is a really sleeper Terra Captain. It is really good with a speed boost. Palafin is super strong after a form change. It can really just kill a lot of things. Terra Archaladon can take a lot of hits and do a lot of damage, so I have to be very cognizant of that. And Ursaluna and Conkeldurr under Trick Room could potentially just sweep me. They're really strong, and I don't have switch-ins for both. But for me, I liked how good Knockoff looked from Meow, and I also liked Annihilape's setup. I also built Clodsire to be a check to almost any Archaladon. So yeah, let's see how we do for the battle. As you're going to see, he brought the Espathra, the Glimora, the Palafin, the Ursaluna, the Archaludon, and the Mimikyu, whereas we brought Screamtail, Annihilate, Superior, Volcarona, Meowscarada, and Clodsire. Our Terra types were Dragon for Serp and Ghost for Annihilate, while he was Poison for Espathra and Fairy for Archaludon. So we're going to lead Screamtail into Espathra. I wanted to bring a kind of cool set, kind of a setup and stored power, maybe weakness policy, as they're going to go hard into Archaludon on a Calm Mind, hoping to be able to take this on, but unfortunately Heavy Slam would do too much damage, so I do elect to switch out, kind of wasting my lead. I do double here, as I was expecting the Mimikyu to come in, or the Glimmora to come in. So Espathra is going to Terra and U-turn out, as in the face of Archaludon, we're going to click Toxic, which is fine, because we are built to take this thing on. So it's going to Earthquake, and we're going to throw an Earth Power off and do 42%, which means that we can always recover out of this. As they're going to switch out into Big Ursaluna, as I'm going to recover, and this is kind of scary, especially with the Flame Orb. My only switch in here is the Superior, so we do have to go into it as they click Sub. I'm going to click a Sub of my own, because I can kind of wear down the Flame Orb and kind of let them take a bunch of damage, as I'm just going to Sub again, as they're going to click Facade. And as long as I get them under 50% without a Sub, we're looking pretty good. So they're going to go into, they're just going to keep clicking Facade as I'm subbing, and click Sub one more time, as they also click Facade one more time. Down on 1%, I'm just going to click Leaf Storm. And unfortunately, we're going to miss, which is very unfortunate, because now this Ursaluna is sitting behind a Sub, and it's going to be, I have to sack another Pokemon to break it. But we are going to get some Rocky Helmet chip, as we're going to go Screamtail and Encore this thing into Facade, as that's going to be a weird play. I understand I needed to attack to break the Sub, but with Ghost Annihilate, I can actually get a Bulk Up off on this thing. So I'm going to toss up a Wish and make sure that nothing can really kill me. So I am going to go Annihilate here, and I'm just going to click Bulk Up as Espathra comes out. So I'm going to click Bulk Up, as they are going to be Opportunist, which means that they copy my stats. They're going to click Lumina Crash, and this is going to go crazy. So they're going to drop my special defense, which then Define is going to raise my attack, which means Define's going to raise their attack, as I'm going to Rage Fist and just kill them straight up. And now I'm going to Rage Fist into Mimikyu again, or as Mimikyu's Sky's going to be broken as it Shadow Claws and does not get a crit, as I am Chesto Berry, so I do click Rust expecting a Shadow Sneak, as they're just going to click Shadow Claw, which is fine. I'm just building Rage Fist boosts, as I just Rage Fist again, and I'm going to kill Mimikyu. So Annihilate has already killed 1, or 2, as now they go Palafin. They have to pop their form, so I am just going to Drain Punch, and now I'm up to 88%, minus the Rocky Helmet hits. Now Palafin's going to come back out, as this is just a free Rage Fist for me, as Rage Fist is just going to kill another one, as Annihilate has 4. Now Glimmora comes out, and I'm just going to Rage Fist, make sure that it 100% dies, as it is going to be Sash, and it is going to Sludge Bomb and kill us. So this could have probably killed us a little earlier, but I'm going to go Meowscarada, and I'm just going to spam Knockoff, and Meowscarada is just going to clean the game, as we're going to start off 1-0. So some post-match thoughts. Starting 1-0 is great. Love being undefeated to start. I think the Screamtail lead was a really dumb idea. It really just was trying to force prep that really didn't do well. Espathra was really scary, and I'm glad Annihilate was able to take out it and set it up for 4 kills. Meowscarada was the GOAT, cleaning the game in the end game. The Superior Miss did suck, but I was able to steer into Screamtail and be able to Encore it, and it honestly helped a lot. And of course, Clodsire being able to check the Archaludon was really good. It did really help making sure that thing didn't get out of hand. But week 2, we're up against Sage, who I did mention ended up dropping the league after the battle and Rose replaced. So their team is Terrapagos, Terra Quaquaval, Terra Gliscor, Klefki, Slowking, Hydreigon, Hawlucha, and Tauros. So some pre-matchup thoughts. Terrapagos can be really annoying, and I'm going to need Clodsire to slow it down. I need to also prevent Quaquaval from snowballing. I need Screamtail to be able to check it. I think Setup, Annihilate, and Grimmsnarl look good. I'm bringing double Bulk Up. Gliscor could be really annoying to break depending on where we're at in the game, and Hazard Stack is going to be annoying versus me since I don't have any removal. So I'll see you guys for that battle. So as you guys are going to see, Sage brought the Hawlucha, the Quaquaval, the Gliscor, the Terrapagos, the Klefki, and the Hydreigon, while we brought Superior, Screamtail, Clodsire, Annihilate, Meowscarada, and Grimmsnarl. Terra Captains, I was Terra Fire Serp and Terra Ghost Annihilate, as they were Terra Water Gliscor and Terra Bug Quaquaval. So Terrapagos is going to lead against Meowscarada, and I'm like, this is great, as I'm just going to click U-turn, break the shell, and I can go into my designated Clodsire, which is the Terapagos check, as they're just going to get up rocks, and I'm like, that's fine. Leftovers means they're probably more defensive as they set up a sub, so I'm just going to get my own rocks. I'm not really scared of this thing. I do Earthquake, and I'm faster, so I'm like, what just happened? As they're going to roar me out. Like, okay. So here I'm going to click knock off, as they're just going to roar again, bringing me into Screamtail, which allows me to click Thunder Wave and start to potentially cripple this thing as it clicks Toxic, as this thing is just like a no attack set, which is super weird, but really cool. As I'm just going to toss up a Wish, I can go into Clodsire here, as they're just going to roar, put me back into Screamtail. Like, okay, this thing is definitely annoying, as I'm just going to toss up another Wish as they roar. They get Meowscarada in, so I'm like, okay, I can just stay in. I'm going to just click Triple Axle here, so 1, 2, and we're just going to miss the third one, which is unfortunate, as they just get another Toxic off. So I'm going to click Triple Axle, and now I'm just going to straight up miss, which is unfortunate. They get to roar out, stay behind their sub, as this Terapagos is a really tough Pokemon to break right now, as they just get to click Toxic, so my Clodsire can always come in on it. I'm just going to Earthquake, Terra Shell. I do crit, which is nice, as they roar into Screamtail. I'm going to click Wish on a sub, just trying to keep my team healthy, because I still have to take on 5 more Pokemon, but this thing is a problem. So I'm going to go into Clodsire, as they do get parried, and I'm like, sweet, we're looking good. So I'm going to Earthquake and get another crit, which is nice, as they roar into Screamtail, and I'm like, wow, my Quack check is going to die. So I gotta Wish it back up, as they do get paralyzed, which is nice. And I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam to keep them away from getting into that shell. As Grimmsnarl is gonna come out, I'm gonna get the Wish. I am Resto Chesto, so I'm gonna click Spirit Break here. I think I'm bulk up Resto Chesto, as they're just gonna roar out, as my Screamtail is gonna get one last Wish, as the Para is gonna come through. Oh, sorry, I live on 1%, as I'm just gonna click Protect here to make sure, but they're just gonna be able to Wish me through. Roar me through the Protect. So now, Nihilape's in, I get to click Drain Punch, and so much of this team has been destroyed, as I finally get to kill the Terapagos, but let's just look at what they did. 12% to Superior, dead Screamtail, nothing to Clodsire, but now the check isn't there, nothing to Grimmsnarl, poisoned by Meowscarada, and I still have to come in on rocks, and poisoned by Annihilate. So, not a great time to be around, as I'm going to bulk up on the Gliscor, because I am Resto Chesto, so I'm like, I'm fine with this. As I get to click Rest right here, as they taunt, and I'm like, this is fine. I'm gonna click Rage Fist once, do 48%, and I'm like, let's go. As they click Toxic again, and I'm like, oh, God. They go Klefki, they click Rage Fist again, and this thing dead is great for Grimmsnarl, so they get up a Reflect as I Drain Punch, as I am just gonna kill the Klefki, and now there is a Reflect up. So Hydreigon's gonna come out, I Drain Punch, I am faster, so getting a huge hit off, as Draco's going to come out, and it's going to crit me, which is fine, because now I get to go into my Grimmsnarl, and I get to do the same thing all over again. So I bulk up here on a U-turn, as they're going to go into Gliscor. So they're going to taunt, as I just click Spirit Break here. I really just want some damage. Probably could have bulked up one more time, but they're just going to click Toxic. I am going to click Spirit Break, just trying to break through this thing slowly. It is just going to be a grind, as they are Light Clay. So they're just going to be Protect. I'm going to Spirit Break, but we just have to stall this thing out. So I do just click Rest here, get me the Resto Chesto, as they are going to taunt again, which is fine. I have successfully stalled this thing on a Reflect after I just click one more time. So I'm just going to Spirit Break. Now I'm going to start doing like 40%. So that's exactly what I wanted. As they're now going to give me Hydreigon, which of course is fine. As now Quack is going to come out, and so nothing is Terra yet. He is Terra Bug Quack. So Grimmsnarl's 4th move is Fire Punch, specifically for Klefki. It is not for this, but I don't think that they are going to just allow me to kill this with Spirit Break, so I'm going to click Fire Punch on the Terra, as they are going to Terra and Swords Dance, as I am just going to Fire Punch, and I'm just going to kill that thing straight up, as Grimmsnarl has brought us back into this game. So Hawlucha comes out, and is just going to click Close Combat. We are going to live and just Spirit Break and kill the Hawlucha. Now, Grimmsnarl, the absolute GOAT here, as Gliscor is going to come out versus Meowscarada. I know you cannot Terra, so I'm just going to click Triple Axle. So here we are, we're going to click Triple Axle again, and we're just going to pick up the Gliscor. And that is the end of our week 2. So rounding off week 2, a 2-0 start is definitely awesome. That Terapagos Roar set was incredibly annoying. One hit on Triple Axle into a miss was super unfortunate and definitely allowed more of that to happen. Clodsire was able to help a lot with Terapagos. I'm really glad I brought it. And then Bulk Up Annihilate into Bulk Up Grimmsnarl put him so far behind. Yet again, Meowscarada claiming out the last couple kills. So yeah, week 3 we're going up against Thriller, one of my good friends and someone I could not wait to play. I don't think we've ever played each other before. So his team is Terra Torn T, Samurott Hisui, Iron Crown, Donphan, Sinistra, Raikou, Galarian Weezing, Terra and Terra Entei. So some pregame thoughts. Terra Tornadus is one of the best Terra captains, so not very happy to be going against it. Samurott Hisui setting up spikes every time it attacks is really annoying for me not having removal. Terra Entei is really strong for no fire resist, and Donphan plus Weezing plus Sinistra can really slow down Annihilate and Meowscarada, so I gotta be tactical about it. So I'll see you guys for the battle. Here we are with the battle, and Thriller has brought Terra Entei, Terra Torn, Samurott Hisui, G Weezing, Iron Crown, and Donphan, where we have brought Meowscarada, Terra Annihilate, Grimmsnarl, Clodsire, Screamtail, and Volcarona. The Terra captains are double Terra Fire, so Entei and Torn, while we are Terra Electric Annihilate. Entei's going to come out against Meowscarada, and I'm like, wow, Terra Banded just goes crazy. A Sacred Fire is not only going to do 60%, it's also going to burn. So I'm going to Parting Shot out into my Screamtail, as this Entei is just going to do immeasurable damage here. So Weezing's going to come out on a Wish, as Torn T is going to come out as I Calm Mind. I'm like, I can kind of set up on this. I was thinking I could set up on Weezing. So they're going to taunt me as I try to Encore them. I was trying to Encore them into the Nasty Plot. So I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam. Here I'm going to go Clodsire, because I can take anything they want to go for. I am unaware, so I can just sit here on it. They're going to taunt me here, as I didn't think they were going to stay in on me wanting to click Earthquake, but they're just going to go Galarian Weezing as I go Grimmsnarl. The perfect opportunity just to Parting Shot out, as I can just get back into Clodsire, as they do click Wisp, and I'm like, okay, now I can't do as much damage to Torn, as now they're going to click Taunt again, and I'm like, oh my god, Thriller just keeps taunting me. So now Entei is going to come back out, as I do go Grimmsnarl, and I'm just going to Parting Shot out again. I'm going to get into my Screamtail here, as they're going to get a burn, which is 50%, so getting every once in a while isn't the biggest deal, as they're just going to Sacred Fire again. And I was like, very interesting. So I am going to go Meowscarada here, and I'm going to click Knock Off, because I do just want to get rid of Choice Band. I want to not take this much damage. I can also live a Sacred Fire, and I do dodge the burn, as Weezing is going to come out, as I just get another knockoff, which is also helping to set up for the Annihilate. So I'm going to go into Clodsire as they go Donphan, and that is going to let me go Meowscarada as they click Earthquake, and I'm like, is that banded? That did so much damage. So I am going to actually click Bulk Up here in the Donphan space, as now you go into Weezing, and I'm going to go Volcarona, and just get a Quiver Dance in your face, as all they can do is taunt me, but it's a little too late. So I'm just going to click Fiery Dance. I'm just going to pick up a kill. Now all you can do is go into Donphan, and I'm going to click Fiery Dance. I'm going to bring it down to Sturdy. So Volcarona has effectively taken out 2 Pokemon, which is pretty great, as Annihilate's going to come in, as now it doesn't have any checks. Like, Volcarona was able to kill Weezing and bring Donphan down to 1%, so now nothing really switches in. Like, there's no check for Annihilate. So Torn T is going to come out, so I'm just going to go Clodsire. They're just going to taunt. My entire game is just spent being taunted. As Hisui Samurott comes out, so I just click Earthquake. I'm like, oh, nuts. This thing is just going to get up spikes. So they are going to click Sub here as I Bulk Up, and Cecil's Edge is going to miss, and I'm like, this is pretty great. So I'm going to Drain Punch, as Cecil's Edge is going to come out. So here I'm just going to Drain Punch and pick a kill, as I'm now sitting at 100% at +1/+1. So we're looking pretty good, as Entei is going to come out. I'm going to be faster. Thriller was not expecting a speedy Annihilate, but I'm going to pick up another kill, as I can now Terra Electric and Rage Fist, as I pick up another kill, as Annihilate's looking great. All I got to do is beat Tornadus, as a Nasty Plot's going to come off, and we're going to crit, which I don't think ended up mattering, but we are going to get a Terra Annihilate sweep. Again, I got 5 kills right there, so yeah, that is our week 3. So some post-match thoughts. 3-0, baby. Great start to our season. Annihilate is the absolute GOAT. I'm really glad we dodged that Cecil's Edge. That really helped. But Annihilate picks up 5 more kills, which means it has 11 kills in 3 weeks. That Entei, though, was a huge problem. I had to let 3 of my Pokemon get burned to take it down, so not great. After that is week 4 against Hearth, who is also a good friend, and I'm also looking forward to battling. Their draft is Terra Urshifu Rapid Strike, Zapdos, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Cobalion, Azumarill, Terra, Arcanine Hisui, Florges, and Bronzong. So some pre-game thoughts is Terra Urshifu Rapid is so strong. And also another Terra Fire type. This is going to be super hard to play around. Zapdos is very annoying for Annihilate. It can static me. This is not going to be fun. And Ursaluna Blood Moon hits so strong. So I will see you guys for the battle. So here we are for the battle. And Hearth brought Cobalion, Urshifu Rapid Strike Terra, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Bronzong, Terra Arcanine Hisui, and Zapdos, where we brought Screamtail, Terra Superior, Terra Annihilate, Meowscarada, Grimmsnarl, and Volcarona. So his Terra captains are Terra Fire, Urshifu Rapid, and Terra Steel Arcanine, where ours are double Terra Electric on Serp and Annihilate. So Arcanine's going to come out versus Meowscarada, and I'm like, I can kill with Low Kick, so I am just going to Low Kick, as that is just going to pop and kill the Arcanine. So Zapdos is now going to come out, and I'm like, okay, your Scarf, I am just a Sash lead, so I'm just going to get up a Spike here, as they're going to go out into Cobalion, as that lets me get into Grimmsnarl. I'm like, okay, they got me. So they're going to get up Rocks, as I'm going to Parting Shot out, and just sack off my Meowscarada. It did what it needed to. Now I'm going to go into Superior, and I'm like, I got to Reflect up. I am just going to spam Leaf Storm after I get a sub up. So I'm going to Leaf Storm as I Terra into the Electric, as they are not going to be able to break my sub. I'm like, okay, I can just get another sub here, as they are going to Thunderbolt again, break my sub, and now I am +2 behind a sub. So they are going to go into Bronzong, as I just click Leaf Storm again, and I'm going to be doing 33%, which is a lot of damage. I'm going to Terra Blast to confirm the kill, as it lives on 1%, as a Future Sight's going to come off, and I'm like, whatever, I will Giga Drain, get some health back. I don't want to miss a Leaf Storm, that seems greedy. Now we're +4 at 78%. So they're going to click Hurricane, as I click Terra Blast, and I do have to take the Future Sight hit, which is unfortunate, but we're still at 50%. As Cobalion's going to come in, and I'm just going to Terra Blast and pick up that kill, as Urshifu Rapid Strike's going to come in, as they do Terra Fire, but I'm just going to Terra Blast and pick up that kill. And finally, Ursaluna Blood Moon's going to come out, as I am just going to Leaf Storm, and I am going to just pick up the kill. Yeah, that is our Week 4 battle. So some post-match thoughts. 4-0 start, can't get much better. One more win to guarantee playoffs. The turn 1 on Arcanine was amazing. It helped out a bunch. Lead Meow just put in the absolute work with a kill and a spike, and Terra Superior got to shine with 5 KOs. After that, for Week 5, we've got Dustbin Lexi, basically my right hand when it comes to prepping. They are super supportive, always mocking, so really appreciate them. Their draft is Greninja, Gouging Fire, Tinkaton, Terra Iron Boulder, Thundurus, Alamola, Terra Mamoswine, and Toad's Cruel. So some pre-games is I don't really break Gouging Fire. It's a tough Pokemon. Greninja does really well into me. Terra Mamoswine is going to be able to come in on Clodsire and claim a kill, and Terra Iron Boulder is... Yeah, I'll see you guys for that battle. So Lexi's team is Terra Mamoswine, Gouging Fire, Tinkaton, Iron Boulder Terra, Greninja, and Thundurus, whereas we've got Terra Annihilate, Clodsire, Meowscarada, Screamtail, Terra Serp, and Grimmsnarl. Terra captains are Terra Ground Mamo and Terra Rock Boulder, whereas we've got Terra Water Annihilate and Terra Electric Superior. So we're actually going to lead Serp into the Gouging Fire, as I'm just going to click Leaf Storm here, as they are going to click Flare Blitz, and I am going to be Focus Sash. So I was like, this is the lead I want. Dragon Pulse does kill, and I was like, they're going to go Tinkaton, but they might just sack this, as I do just click Dragon Pulse, which is such a not great click. I should have clicked Leaf Storm there, because I did 43. I would have just been able to kill this Tinkaton, but instead they're going to get the kill on me. So I'm going to go into Annihilate here, as I'm going to Terra, and they are going to SD, and I'm like, wow, I could have potentially killed this, as I am just going to click Sub, as they're going to click Play Rough, and I'm going to Drain Punch and bring it down to 9%, as a Play Rough is going to be doing 70%, as I could have just killed this if I leave. Super big misplay on my end. But Boulder's going to come out, as that gives me Screamtail. They're just going to Mighty Cleave, take some Rocky Helmet Chip, as they're going to sub on my Thunder Wave. And I'm like, oh god, they got me. Swords Dance is going to come out on a D-Gleam, and it is not going to be able to break the sub. So now I definitely have to sack one more Pokemon, as Grimmsnarl is going to come out, as I'm just going to click Sucker Punch, as they are going to Mighty Cleave and kill my Grimmsnarl. Here I have to go Meowscarada, and I am just going to click Knockoff, which is going to give me the kill and prevent something else from setting up on me, as Gouging Fire is going to come out. I'm just going to knock off, as it is going to be Choice Banded, and Flare Blitz is going to just straight up kill me. And I'm like, wow, I do not have a lot left. So I got a Drain Punch here, as Annihilate is going to claim a kill, get back to 50%, as Thunderous comes out and doubles into Mamoswine, which is a great switch. So Mamoswine is just going to be able to clean the game here. Definitely, I tried to bulk up to see maybe they're not banded, as banded is just going to kill me. So great games to Lexi, and we will, yeah, that's our week 5. So some post-match thoughts. It's our first loss. It's okay. We're still 4-1. I definitely should have Leaf Stormed on the gouging switching out. I'm definitely beating myself up for that. That was the play I needed to make. ST Tinkaton did so much more damage than I was expecting. I was not expecting Swords Dance. Tinkaton and then Sub plus Swords Dance on Boulder did a crazy amount of damage. It really stopped my Scream Tail. Banded gouging was also crazy. I didn't realize how hard it pushed on my team. And Banded Mamo in the back just cleaned. They were able to be super offensive and just break down my team. But looking forward, we have week 6 against Bope, and their draft is Garchomp, Terra, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Scizor, Tentacruel, Thunderous Therian, Terra Diancie, Scrafty, and Mismagius. The pregame thoughts is Ogerpon, Wellspring with Terra hits incredibly hard. If it gets a crit, I am in so much trouble. Garchomp is a great Pokemon, and Diancie with Terra can be a super scary Trick Room offensive threat. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the battle. Bope's team is the Terra, Ogerpon, Wellspring, the Scizor, the Garchomp, the Thunderous T, the Tentacruel, and the Terra Diancie. Whereas our team is Meowscarada, Terra Annihilate, Volcarona, Terra Serp, Grimmsnarl, and Screamtail. They are obviously Terra Water on Ogerpon and Terra Grass on Diancie, whereas we are Terra Grass on Annihilate and Terra Dragon on Serp. So Meowscarada is going to lead against Wellspring, as I'm just going to U-turn. I was very surprised he just took that hit. If I was banded, I just killed, as they are going to get up spikes, and I'm like, Serp is going to have a game. So let's go, as I'm just going to click Knock here, as I am just like a Knock Leech Seed support set. So I'm going to go Volcarona on a Swords Dance. Means you definitely got to switch out. So Diancie is going to come in, as Fiery Dance is going to do a little bit of damage, as they are Mirror Herb, and I'm like, whoa, that is cool. So I got to go Screamtail here on a Diamond Storm. They were hoping to catch a Quiver Dance. So Scizor is going to come out, as I am going to click Encore. It's my best thing to do there. So I got to go back into Volcarona, as Bope is just going to click Dual Wing Beat and just kill me. But I am going to trade a burn for it, which is okay. Which gives me Annihilate, and you know what we're about to do. We're about to click Bulk Up, and let's see what Tentacruel does. As I click Rage Fist, and I do 38%, and it is going to be Rocky Helmet, and it's going to be Toxic, and I'm like, man, this thing does well. So I'm going to click Bulk Up again, as they're just going to spam Haze, and I'm like, well, I have been successfully checked. So I switch out into Superior on another Haze, and as Scizor comes in, I'm just going to click Knock Off again. I just want to take something's item, as this allows me to go into Annihilate and hopefully start picking up some Rage Fist damage, as they're just going to click Dual Wing Beat. And I'm like, wow, maybe I can get one more Rage Fist off, as Bullet Punch is going to pick me up. So I got to go back into Serp, and I am just going to click Synth here. I am like a Rocky Helmet defensive, so Dual Wing Beat is going to be doing hecka damage, as this Scizor is successfully taken on. So a Swords Dance is going to come out, and I'm going to click Protect once on a Bullet Punch, as they're just going to live on 1%, as Bullet Punch is going to take me down, as I click Knock Off, just in case they clicked a slow Dual Wing Beat. So Thundy's going to come out, as I do click Leech Seed, as they are Bulk Up, and I'm like, God, how am I going to take this thing down? So I'm going to click Knock, and they're going to click Bulk Up again. I'm like, okay, this is going to potentially be Acro. Let me Protect once and see what you're clicking. They are just going to click Acrobatics, and I'm going to go into Screamtail here, as Acrobatics is going to come off and just straight up kill my Screamtail. That does give me Meowscarada, and I do just get to click a nice Triple Axle. Yeah, I am Protective Pads, so I just get to click Knock Off after that, as they do live. Gunk Shot's going to come off, no poison, so Flower Trick is going to pick up the kill. Diancie's going to come out, as I just get a U-turn, and I'm just going to go into my Serp. I think this is my best check. Kind of want to bait out the Terra Grass, as Terra Grass is going to come out, as I click Protect here, just trying to stall some Trick Room turns. Serp is, I just got to spam Synth here and Protect to try to get out of Trick Room turns. So Moonblast can come out one more time, as I do click Knock Off, and I am not going to be able to take an item just because they were Mirror Herb. So I'm going to click Synth again, as I'm just going to get a Leech Seed up. The reason I don't want to Terra yet is because there is that Diancie clicking Moonblast. So I'm just going to click Protect, as they're just going to bulk up again. That's okay. I'm looking at my Triple Axle endgame, and it's looking real good, as the acrobatics, defensive Surf is the GOAT. So I go Meowscarada here. I click Triple Axle once, and we are going to claim that kill. We're going to go into Garchomp here, as I do go Grimmsnarl, just covering Garchomp, as Scale Shot's going to come out, and they're going to Poison Jab as I click Play Rough. And so now, my goal is I want to prevent Diancie from coming in. If Diancie comes in and Trick Rooms, I lose. So they're going to Scale Shot as I Fire Punch, which again is on purpose, as they're going to Scale Shot again, which means I can Fire Punch again, as now they get to go Wellspring as I Fire Punch, and I'm going to Parting Shot into my Meowscarada, hoping that they click Spikes here. And they click Taunt, and I'm like, okay, sweet, we have a chance to win this. So they're going to go Garchomp on my Triple Axle, and all I need to do is hit Triple Axle and I win. So they go Diancie, as I am just going to miss Triple Axle, which would have killed, as Diancie's just going to be able to clean up the game, unfortunately. And that is our Week 6 battle. So post Week 6, second loss in a row. This one to Hacks is really tough. Very unfortunate going to 4-2, but again, we're still 4-2. I think we played really well, especially the end game, getting to where we needed to be. Just sucks that we missed. I think Bulky Superior actually did amazing. Maybe a different Terra captain or Terra type there would have done well. But moving forward, we've got Week 7 against Orin Latios, and we need a win to lock playoffs. So their team is Terra Kingambit, Latios, Metagross, Pheasantipity, Sandy Shocks, Terra Suicune, Talonflame, and Zarude. Pre-game thoughts: Terra Kingambit is always a late game win con with its ability. Latios can be checked by Grimmsnarl, and Fez is going to be super annoying to break. So I will see you guys for the battle. So Orin brought Terra Kingambit, Talonflame, Pheasantipity, Metagross, Sandy Shocks, and Zarude, whereas we brought Grimmsnarl, Terra Annihilape, Terra Surf, Meowscarada, finally brought Empoleon and Volcarona. The Terra captains are Stealing Ground for me and Fire for Orin. We're going to lead off with our Meowscarada versus Pheasantipity, as I'm just going to get up a layer of Spike, as they're going to click U-turn, no Poison, as the Zarude's going to come out, and this allows me just to go Volcarona. I think you're going to click Power Whip, as they do. No Burn, as they're now going to go into Sandy Shocks, which allows me to go into Empoleon. Sandy Shocks is going to click Thunderbolt, as I'm just going to click Surf, and it is going to just barely live. Then we go Meowscarada here, as they do just get up rocks in my face, but I'm going to get up Spikes in case they click Thunderbolt, as that is what they do. And I'm going to click Knockoff on the Sandy Shocks as it dies. Metagross now comes in, as I just click U-turn and go into Volcarona, as Heavy Slam is going to do so much damage, but we do pick up the burn. Very nice. So T-Flame is going to come out on a Fiery Dance, just get a nice 36%. As this thing's pretty much dead now, I'm going to let Volcarona die, allowing me into Annihilate, I am Lum here, so I was expecting a Wisp here, as I'm just going to pick up the kill with Rock Slide on a Taunt. Zarude comes out on a Knockoff, and I'm like, wow, that did a lot of damage, but I am just going to Drain Punch and basically get a good amount of it back. So now I get to go Grimmsnarl on a Knockoff, because I don't want to take any more damage, as my AV is going to get knocked off as I Sucker Punch here and pick up the Zarude. Next up is the Fez, and I did think he was going to U-turn out, so I clicked Stomping here to cover the Metagross. Again, Stomping hit everything, so now Fez comes back out, and now I can go Empoleon, because they do just kind of sit on this, and P-Jab is not going to be able to do anything, as they do taunt me on my Surf, as I'm just going to keep spamming attacks into this thing. Obviously, I'm taunted, but I don't want Kingambit to be able to set up on me. So I click Surf, do 33%. If I was Torrent, this would be much better, but they are going to click an SD, as I do get 2 Surfs off, and now they're on 17%. So I do sack Empoleon here, and I go Annihilate. The reason I go Annihilate first is I want to force 50-50s. I am going to click the attack into this Pokemon, but I also want to make it look like I don't have anything, like this is my last resort. They're going to click Sucker and kill my Annihilate, as I'm going to go into Grimmsnarl, and again, I want to sack again. I wanted to make it look like I'm going to be swept, but that does allow me to go into Superior, and I'm going to click Sub here on a Terra Ground, and he's going to read it and click Iron Head and not Sucker Punch. But I'm going to click Sub again, as he does Sucker Punch as we get that player correct, and I'm going to click Terra Ground, Terra Blast into the Kingambit, as all that's left is the Pheasantipity, which is super low, and Terra Blast is going to be able to pick up another kill, and that is our Week 7 battle. So, post-battle thoughts, playoff secure. We won, our record is 5-2. Defensive Volcarona did really well, getting a Flame Body burn on Metagross. The late game Kingambit was super scary, but Sub-Serp was able to clutch up, And Terra Serp cleaned the game, and it now has 8 KOs. So finally, we have week 8 against Owen. And again, one of my best friends. His draft is Roaring Moon, Tinglu, Terra Ironmoth, Pecharunt, Mesprit, Manaphy, Zapdos, and Terra Daxbond. I don't know how to say that Pokemon. So some pre-game thoughts. Terra Ironmoth has no switch-ins. I'm just going to sack to it. Pecharunt is going to be a problem to break. It can shoot any hits from my dark types and my setup. Terra Tailglow Manaphy is a threat. Zapdos and Roaring Moon are offensive threats. Like, everything is doing a lot. My notes are just saying everything is strong. And we are locked for playoffs, so we're not going to be bringing our best team, but we do want to try to win. So I'll see you guys for the battle. So here for the battle, Owen brought Roaring Moon, Pecharunt, Terra Ironmoth, Zapdos Galar, Tinglu, and Mesprit, whereas we brought Terra Annihilape, Terra Serp, Clodsire, Grimmsnarl, Screamtail, and Meowscarada. He is Terra Fire Ironmoth, and we are Terra Steel, Annihilape, and Terra Ground Serp. So Mesprit's going to come out against my Grimmsnarl, as I'm just going to click Bulk Up to lead, as they're going to U-turn out and go into Pecharunt, as I'm going to click Play Rough. I'm going to miss, but it really wasn't doing anything, as Sucker Punch has been doing 57% to Pecharunt, as Malignant Chain is just going to pick us up. But it does allow me to go to Clodsire, as once they recover, I'm just going to click Toxic. I thought they were going to switch out, as now they're going to Parting Shot into Tinglu, and this is when I just get up a layer spike. So I'm going to go Screamtail here on the Tinglu, which is just going to get up spikes, and we are looking not great. As Heavy Slam is going to come off, and that's going to be doing a lot of damage. But this allows me to go into my Annihilape, take Rock and Spikes, and Heavy Slam, but we're going to be at full. So Mesprit's going to come out, as I'm going to Taunt it, and I'm going to Terra Steel and Bulk Up. On a U-turn, Terra Ironmoth is going to come in, and I have just got to pick one. So the one I'm going to pick is going to be the Clodsire, as Terra Fire Specs Flamethrower is going to be doing 56%. So now Serp is going to come out, and I'm like, okay, I got to win with this. Mesprit's going to come in. I'm going to Leaf Storm. I am going to Leaf Storm again, and I'm unfortunately going to miss. I don't think that really mattered for the long game, because Zapdos could always come in and revenge like that. So Roaring Moon's going to come out, and I do not have many chances left to win anything. So Meowscarada, got to do something. Pecharunt's going to come in, and Pecharunt is just going to wall. Meowscarada, like, I did 40% with an item. I'm not going to be able to kill this thing. I go Annihilape, hoping that I can make anything happen, as Mesprit's going to come out on a Rage Fist, and we're gonna pick up kill. That's pretty good. We get a kill. Ironmoth's going to come out, and Ironmoth is basically going to be able to just get a kill anytime it comes in, which you can always come in after a sack for Terra Annihilape. So Meowscarada is going to come out. You can always go Pecharunt, as I knock off and do 30%. So you guys see where this is going. Knock off again on a recover, which is fine because it can always live, as I go Annihilape, as he does click recover again. I'm like, okay, maybe I can claim one more. Roaring Moon's going to come out, as I click Rage Fist and do 53%, which is pretty good. Earthquake is going to kill my Annihilape, and Meowscarada is going to have to put in absolute overtime, as Pecharunt's going to come out, and we are not going to be able to pick up the kill, and that is our Week 8 battle. So some post-game thoughts. We got our ass beat. Luckily, we were locked for playoffs, so that only mattered for seeding. It is really good info into a potential rematch. Again, neither of us brought our best teams, but really able to see Pecharunt and Ironmoth. Yeah, that ends our regular season. So some end of season thoughts and pre-playoff thoughts. Our final standings, I'll show them on screen here. But Terra Annihilape got 15 kills, plus 9 differential. Great. I think Meow and Superior getting 8 kills each were really good support. They didn't need to be the leaders. They just need to hold their own. I think they did that there. Screamtail and Empoleon didn't get any kills, but they didn't need to when we had things like Annihilape, Meowscarada, and Superior getting so many kills. Grimmsnarl got 5, which is cool. I wasn't expecting that. Our team felt very fluid. My only issues was against fire types. I think we should have only had 2 losses, especially because of Bope. So we were 5-3, but 6-2 would not have been a bad season. Looking to playoffs, though, we play a rematch. We're going against Dustbin Lexi again. So not very fun, especially because it was one of our losses. So pre-game, Choice Bandit gouging is super scary. Superior can work. It's just going to need to be later on. Mamo is just going to be able to claim a kill, so I need to be able to revenge it. And spamming Thunderwave with Grimmsnarl is going to be nice. I just need to not let things get up behind a sub. So I'll see you guys for that battle. All right, here for the battle. We did both bring the exact same 6, just different teams. So you're going to see Mamo, Gouging, Tinkaton, Iron Boulder, Greninja, and Thundurus against Terra Annihilape, Clodsire, Meowscarada, Screamtail, Terra Serp, and Grimmsnarl. The Terra captains, again, are Ground and Rock, and Water and Ground. So Greninja's going to lead against my Annihilape, and I'm like, I just want to be Choice Banded and claim some kills. So I'm going to click Close Combat and do 64% to Thundurus, which is really nice, as it is going to switch out into Tinkaton as I go Meowscarada. I'm going to U-turn as I pop the balloon, but because it is Pickpocket, it's going to take my Choice Scarf, which does definitely suck, as I go Clodsire on Rocks. Mamoswine's going to come out as I'm going to get my own Rocks up, and I do just have to select Clodsire there. But that does give me Annihilape, and I do get to just click Close Combat again. So I click Close Combat, and they're going to live on 17%. And I'm like, oh my god, I just lost 2 now. That's not great. So Meowscarada comes out on the Tinkaton as I just click Knockoff, and I'll just take the Choice Scarf off Tinkaton. That does just give me a free U-turn into Screamtail. I'm going to have to take a hit as Thunder Wave comes out. I'm like, okay, that's not the end of the world. Gigaton Hammer is going to be clicked, and I'm just going to click Thunder Wave of my own. And I'm going to toss up a Wish for the road as Thunder Wave is going to come out. I'm going to go Hard Serp here. I don't think you click Thunder Wave again. I can live any hit, and with the Wish, I get back up to full. Here, I'm going to Terra Ground, and I'm going to click Leaf Storm. Can't Thunder Wave me, as they are just going to Encore, and I'm like, that's fine. I am actually Sash, so I am back in Sash range, which was the other reason of passing the Wish. Greninja's going to come out and click Hydro Cannon as I'm going to dodge. Again, it would not have killed because I was Sash, but it would have brought me down to Sash. So now Gouging is going to come out, and I'm just going to click Leaf Storm again, do 46% as it Dragon Dances. Remember, I am Sash, so I can live any hit. Heat Crash is going to bring me down to Sash, as I'm going to pick up another kill. Superior put in the clutchest of work. As Iron Boulder comes out, and it can Mighty Cleave, it's fine, which then gives me Grimmsnarl, as I'm just going to click Thunder Wave, which is going to, unfortunately, mean Grimmsnarl gets sacked off, but I can go Meowscarada, and I can just click Flower Trick, as they're going to go Thundurus, and I click 1 kill. I am packing Sucker Punch, even though I'm Scarfed, just in case something happened. So I'm going to Sucker Punch and pick up the kill on Mamo, as now all that can happen is Iron Boulder comes out, and I click Flower Trick, and we are going to pick up the kill, and that is our round 1 of playoffs, our quarterfinals. So some post-match thoughts. We won. We're going to be moving on to semifinals against Kaz. Dodging the Hydro Cannon was super clutch. Terra Superior put in the work by claiming 3. Grimmsnarl paralyzing Boulder also facilitated the endgame perfectly. And endgame Meow cleaning up, again, went super well. That was a great cleanup by Meow. So semifinals, we're going up against Kaz, my mentor, the guy who has single-handedly improved my skills tenfold in the last year and a half to 2 years of prepping together. His team is Darkrai, Iron Hands, Crocodile, Primarina, Terra Ogerpon, Necrozma, Terra Regidrago, and Terra Earthworm. So some pre-game thoughts. Regidrago with Terra is super annoying to navigate. It is very bulky, it is super annoying, and it hits super hard. Terra Superior can potentially just sweep. Iron Hands with SD can be annoying, and I will need to trade Annihilape for it, and Moxie Crook could be a late game threat. Yeah, I'll see you guys for that battle. So Kaz brought the Iron Hands, the Darkrai, the Ogerpon, Terra, the Necrozma, the Terra Earthworm, and the Terra Regidrago, where we brought Meowscarada, Terra Superior, Grimmsnarl, Empoleon, Screamtail, and Terra Annihilate. Terra types are Grass and Dragon, where his are Grass and Poison. I don't think he's Terraing Earthworm. So I'm going to lead Grimmsnarl as they're going to lead Necrozma, and I'm going to get up a Light Screen on a Swords Dance. Like, okay, I'll just get up a Reflect here as they Iron Head, and I'm going to take basically not a lot of damage, as this allows me to Parting Shot into the Empoleon. On an Iron Head, it's going to be doing nothing, and Rocky Helmet's going to be nice. So they Swords Dance again as I am just going to get my rocks. Swords Dance again as I am just going to roar. Not really worried about that. Iron Hands is going to come out, and I'm like, that does suck. So Volt Switch is going to click, and Necrozma is going to come out as he does double as I bulk up. So I'm now going to get off a huge Rage Fist and do 34% to Rocky Helmet. Hands as Volt Switch, this is getting very annoying. Ogerpon comes out on a Spiky Shield as I'm just going to Rage Fist and not be able to do anything. So here I just Rage Fist again, and Iron Hands is going to live on too. And I'm like, great, that sucks. Annihilape is going to take down Hands, but is going to basically be so low in the process. So I'm going to go into Screamtail on the Darkrai, be able to take a hit. as Taunt's going to come out, as I was hoping to be able to wish back up Annihilate, but this does allow me just to sack Annihilate, unfortunately. Maybe potentially trying to catch the Earthworm. I'm going to go Meowscarada here and just get a free U-turn. Really nice to reset tempo here, as it's time to go into Terra Grass Serp. And I am just going to big click Leaf Storm, and that is going to be doing 23, but I'm going to get the +2. Click Leaf Storm again, I'm going to do 44%. As he didn't Terra, I could have Dragon Pulse there, so I'm going to miss Leaf Storm, which is unfortunate, but Kaz and I talked about it. I don't know how much it truly mattered. There would have needed to be some not fun, but I do have to take a hit here. I do go Grimmsnarl, which I should have just stayed in and attacked. That was a weird click. Earthworm is going to come out, as I'm going to play rough. I'm just going to Parting Shot out of this, as he is going to be Clear Amulet and just get up spikes, which then I'm going to go into Empoleon, as he clicks Earthquake, does 49%, as he gets to click another Earthquake and kill. And it is all starting to snowball after the Serp. I click Leaf Storm and do 64%, so this Earthworm is getting super low. Heavy Slam is just going to kill, but it has taken 2. Meowscarada is going to come out, as I get to just click U-turn here and kill the Regidrago and go into Grimmsnarl, and things are looking, for lack of a better word, definitely grim, as I Parting Shot into the Screamtail, as Moonlight's going to come out. I click Thunder Wave, and I do miss, which would have been nice there. I Encore as Swords Dance, as I do just click Thunder Wave again. I didn't think it really mattered, especially because anything died, so taking a Thunder Wave on something would have been nice. Dazzling Gleam is just going to kill the Earthworm. Darkrai is going to come out, as he is going to Sludge Bomb, and I could have Thunder Wave there. That might have been a better play, and just kind of played it for some Paras, but I do go Grimmsnarl, and I am just going to sack it off. Now it's going to be Meow and a Dream. U-turn, and I'm going to kill the Darkrai, as there is just that Terra Ogerpon just looming in the back. So Ogerpon is going to come out. As I go Meowscarada, my only chance is to be able to live a hit and be able to U-turn, potentially kill this thing, as Ivy Cudgel is going to put us in spike range 1%, and this could have been different, as they do also, he is going to also Spiky Shield, which again, I couldn't have killed Necrozma, so I would have needed some crits. They do go Screamtail, and unfortunately, we are going to take the loss here, and that is our semifinals against Kaz. So some post-battle and some now end-of-season thoughts. It is a sad way to end the season. Talking with Kaz about it, those wouldn't have automatically won me the game, but obviously missing does suck, especially when I would have killed Regidrago. I could have, Giga Drained with Serp after that and tried to stay healthy and kill at least one more Pokemon. Yeah, so it does happen. I was happy we were able to make semifinals. I did like the team, but I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Also join my Discord down below if you're interested in talking about all things Draft League. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.